Manus AI has taken over the agentic AI space in recent weeks. It's on everyone's lips. However, there are two main frustrations people are struggling with. One is access to the tool via an access code that a whole bunch of people don't seem to have, like the comments on the screen. And second of all, for the starter version, it's $39 a month. However, in this video, we are going to be covering an alternative agentic AI framework that I believe is actually better than Manus AI, and it is called Genspark. It gives you a free version that's 200 free credits per day, which is very generous. And even their plus version is half the price of Manus. If you look at some of the agents here, they have not just agentic AI agents like your normal super agents. They've got an image studio, video generation, deep research. And if you come to the all agents tab here, you can see the different types of agents that are available. For example, there's Call For Me, which will book a table at any venue for any date. It will call on your behalf. So we're going to be trialing out some of these use cases as well as a bunch of others. So stick with me in this video. Let's get straight into it. Hey, what's going on everyone? Jagger here. I quickly wanted to record this in order to announce that I'm going to be launching my private membership community after tons and tons of messages from people wanting private coaching or have a question around a tutorial, how an automation works and want the nitty-gritty pieces. I thought, you know what, the best way to do this is to actually launch a private membership community. The people who are serious around AI and automation can join. We can all kind of get stuck in and I can help you achieve your first client in the AI and automation space. So the private community will be structured around three core pillars. So the first pillar is going to be exclusive video tutorials with the ultimate goal of getting you your first client. That is how they will be structured, and that is going to give you a roadmap in order to scoring your first client. So the second is going to be completely giving away all of my client material, be that my proposals, scripts, presentations, talk tracks, any specific assets that I've used are going to be completely given to you in a repository that you can access whenever you need in a nice structured way so that you can use that and have a proper structured way on talking to your clients in the future. And finally, in order to show how serious I am of helping you, I am going to do daily Q&As, be it through Loom recordings, tele recordings, in order to answer all of your questions and get back to you in the most comprehensive way possible. That being said, it is a private community. It is going to be for those who are serious about AI and automation. Even if you're a beginner, that's completely okay. All you have to be is serious about making some money in the AI and automation space, and you are in the perfectly right space. So if that sounds good, do sign up. There's a link in the description below for the waitlist. It's on a first come, first serve basis. So the earlier you join, take advantage of the starting price and be one of the first founding members of the community, which will be pretty awesome. So let's start with what Genspark actually is. Very, very similar to Manus, if not the exact same. It's an agentic AI with multimodal capabilities. So your image, video, deep research. But what's different about it compared to Manus is if we come to all agents, you can see the different types of agents that we have access to. So there's a super agent, there's a deep research agent, and then there's this call for me agent that will call on your behalf, right? Will make bookings on your behalf. We've got a data search and we have a cross-check agent. So based on what you want to achieve, you can use different agents within Genspark in order to accomplish those tasks. On top of that, the biggest difference, Manus AI has 2 AI or LLMs that sit below it, where Genspark has 8. And if you come down to the basic agents here, in AI chat, if we click on that, you can see all the different AIs or all the different LLMs that it has access to. So the OpenAI, we have Anthropic, we have Google, we have DeepSeek. And if we come back, the same has to be said with Image Studio, right? So your Image Studio, you've got a whole bunch of AI agents here. Again, you can see there we've got OpenAI. Same thing with Generate Video, we've got a bunch. And Translation, we've got a bunch. So a lot more mixture of different LLMs that are available with Genspark. Okay, so what I want to do is actually watch the intro video with you guys and to show it to you. It's 4 minutes long, but just to quickly show you on X, Genspark has 5,000 followers, right? Compare that to Manus, 175,000 followers, and that's just shot through the roof because it's become so popular over the last few weeks. So I definitely see that Genspark's going to do the same. And it just shows how like early Genspark is or how early this is. And that's why, you know, kind of take advantage of that free model of those 200 credits per day and even the starting prices, because those might go up as more people start joining and you might end up with a Manus issue where you need an access code and you're waiting on it because they've got so many people trying to access the platform. So yeah, coming to you guys first. Go check out Genspark now while it's still available and free. But let's go and watch the intro video here.
Hey, I'm Eric from Genspark AI. Today, I'm very excited to introduce the new Genspark Super Agent, a fast and reliable general AI agent that can do everyday tasks for you. Let's see Genspark Super Agent in action. I asked Super Agent to plan a 5-day trip to San Diego in mid-April. It starts by using the travel tool to access our travel data sets.
Japanese
it then
Manus
uses
AI
the deep research tool to find public transportation options. Next, it decides to use the map tool to calculate distances between attractions. Here's the final itinerary, done in minutes. It accommodates all my special requests about public transportation, walking distances, and restaurant preferences.
It looks really similar to the Japanese use case that I think it's like a 7 or 14-day Japanese planning trip that Manus AI does.
Now, I want the AI to book all the restaurants on this trip for me. Super Agent offers this Call For Me tool where the AI actually calls the restaurant with a human voice.
Please press 1.
Hi, Jillian. I'd like to make a dinner reservation.
Yeah. For what day?
April 26th, please. Actually, one person has a shellfish allergy and another is vegetarian.
And then do we have a preference on seating? Would you like a booth, window table, or enclosed patio outside?
A window table would be perfect, if that's available.
Perfect. Cool. So I have the reservation set for Saturday, April 26th.
Just imagine, the AI makes 100 calls to buy an NVIDIA 5090 chip for you. How convenient is that? Have you thought about AI creating personalized videos for you based on your interests? Say, I want to see how calamansi and pistachio-crusted codfish is cooked. In a video, the Super Agent first researches the recipe, then it uses the video generation tool to create video clips for each step. Then, it uses its audio generation tool to generate sound effects for each clip. Here's the final reel. How cool is that? Anyone can create their own video without knowing a single thing about video editing software. How about using Super Agent to create a South Park-style episode based on news last week? The AI picked the viral Signalgate controversy. Now, it's fleshing out the complete script. And then, it decides to use its video generation tool to produce video clips for each scene.
Jeez.
Now, Super Agent uses its text-to-speech models.
I just want to pause here. From a Genspark perspective, they've got video and audio models that are integrated where Manus AI, I believe, doesn't. So it allows it to be able to do things like generate audio and generate video.
To generate voices. The finished episode runs about 1.5 minutes, so I'll jump ahead to highlight some of my favorite moments.
Did you guys see the news about that defense guy who texted their war plans to some reporter? I think the government wants us to think they're stupid, so our enemies underestimate us. It's called strategic incompetence.
I thought it was just me. I guess it is just me thinking that it would be the actual South Park character voices, but I guess that's proprietary. But I guess so is South Park in terms of the animation, so I don't know why you couldn't do that.
You're being outperformed by a child, a fat child.
Genspark Super Agent is designed for everyone, every day. If you're a marketer, find influencers and create engaging outreach campaigns. If you're a math teacher, visualize complex formulas in 3D. If you're a recruiter, compare candidates' LinkedIn profiles to find the perfect hire. If you're a tech enthusiast, turn a 5-hour YouTube interview into concise slides. If you're a designer, create St. Patrick's Day posters from Mercedes-Benz. If you're a music industry analyst, track global streaming patterns and write a report. So why does Genspark Super Agent work better? The secret is there are 3 key innovations working together. Large language models, toolsets, and data sets. They make Genspark Super Agent fast, reliable, and super steerable. Solving these real-world problems is much harder than we thought. But
wow, look at the guy benchmark. Manus AI is the dark gray. So it's literally outperformed Manus AI on all 3 levels by at least 1% or 2%. It's pretty cool.
We are super excited about the progress we have made so far. Genspark Super Agent is for everyone and everyday tasks. Try genspark.ai.
It almost looks like this guy is like an AI generation. I wonder if he's gonna like say something. Okay, no, sorry, he's not. I wonder, it looked like he was at least. Yeah, okay, impressive video. There's definitely a couple things in there that we can try out in this video. So I want to do mainly two things. I want to try out one of the Genspark use cases, show you guys how that looks, and then I want to compare like a Manus AI versus a Genspark on the exact prompt and just see in comparison how close they are. Just a quick one before we get stuck in. You can see here it only supports calls at the moment for the US and Canada and Japan. I'm based in Australia, so I guess we could still try it out. I have to verify our phone number. I'm based in Australia, so this is not something we can potentially do at the moment. But if there's someone that's watching that wants to create some content and share it in the comments and let us know your experience, that'll be pretty cool. Anyone who's US or Japanese based or Canadian based, that'll be pretty cool. One of the things I did like in that intro video, which I think could be a cool use case to show, is taking a long YouTube video and breaking it up into slides and just seeing how good those slides are in terms of the actual nature of the information and how like aesthetically pleasing it is and how enticing it actually is to watch and or read. How readable is it? Something that you could maybe generate in Genspark and then have the if you don't have 5 hours to listen to a podcast. So let's go find the YouTube video and then let's break it up. Alrighty, so I've got this YouTube video here, which is how AI is changing enterprise. It's from YC and it's about 50 minutes, so something that's not too long to be honest. But we can at least start with that. So I'm going to copy that there and we're going to come through. We're going to go to Super Agent and we land with this chat box. So I'm going to say here, please take the following YouTube video and create a slideshow of say around about 10 slides that are aesthetically pleasing as well as, showcases the content in a really good and structured way. Okay, cool. So that's been added. Let's just add our link. Okay, sweet. So let's go. So I want to see also how long this takes Genspark, because the one thing Manus AI is good at is obviously creating, like it's astounding what it can create, but it does take a while. It does take 6, 7, 8 minutes, and they're very honest with that to say, good things take time. So I want to just see if Genspark is quicker or if it's just as long. So let's skip to the end, and then I can showcase. We can go through that and we can have a look. You can see Genspark has actually started to create the slides one by one, so we can start looking at them as it's generated. I think it's busy with slide 3 at the moment. But you can see here AI Revolution, Enterprise, Opportunity and Abundance. It says there in the top corner, featuring Aaron Levy, CEO of Fox. We've got a quote. It's a nice looking, and we've got the Light Cone podcast. I wonder if that is specific to YC at all. There. The Light Cone hosts sit down with, okay, so they've picked up that Light Cone podcast. That's pretty cool. And then if we go to slide 2, beyond the ChatGPT wrapper meme, outcomes, not models, end user experience, workflow value, model convergence, so forth, the evolution of AI companies. So from model companies to AI powered software, value beyond models. And it's a nice interactive little like slideshow, like these little boxes move. It looks good, I have to be honest. Like this looks pretty good at least to me. And the content looks pretty decent, pretty straightforward, pretty understandable. There's our next slide there. Executive mindset. What does that say? We'll never go to the cloud. We don't trust it. That was cloud adoption from 2005 2015. And now AI adoption is we're trying this in many areas as possible. That's true. A lot of CEOs are trying out as many things as possible. They've got a Goldman Sachs CEO example. AI is now writing S1 documents in minutes. That previously required bunches of people. Got another quote here from Aaron Levy. I think, yeah, this is pretty decent. If you've created a video, be it for work or if you're a content creator or whatever the case is, or you could literally take audio, I would assume, and kind of just brainstorm in that audio clip, like a voice recording of yourself, like explaining what you want to talk about, all the different things, and then you pop it into Genspark and you say, hey, listen, create a slide deck for me, and maybe you can also give it specific color schemes or whatever else, whatever other information you want. It can pop that slideshow together pretty quickly for you. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is actually compare Manus AI to Genspark on the exact same prompt. So if we go to the 7-day Japan itinerary prompt that everyone can have a look at, the use case that's available via Manus, because it's obviously executing a pre-replayed task here, which will give us the results quite shortly. We can copy that prompt, literally the exact same. We can go to Genspark and we paste that in, and let's see what it gives us. You can compare the one to the other and see how comprehensive and how good it looks. Okay, so both Japanese travel handbooks are done. This is the starting point for Manus, and then this is the starting point for Genspark. And off the bat, I really like the image in the back here. It looks a lot more appealing than just this. That being said, if we go a little bit further down, you can see our itinerary there is 7 days. It's also going to have our itinerary here. Our budget is $2,500 to $5,000. We can then go, so that's our itinerary overview. Our itinerary overview is on the left-hand side. I like the layout of having the trip overview, the quick references all over here, weather forecast, and then obviously our day-to-day itinerary. So if we compare those, you can see here, again, for me, it just looks a lot more appealing with Genspark because it's telling me off the bat, I know today I'm going to travel, I'm going to rest. Cool. Tomorrow, cultural, historical, modern. That's pretty cool. Here, it's like, okay, we're going to arrive. Then we're going to go do something in the morning. I don't know what that. So this is a park, so I would assume it's calming and it's going to not be too intense. But what I like is it's broken up over here, and it's also got our hours, so 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Where here it's just saying it's the morning with Manus AI. There's attraction details with Genspark, and it's given us a little bit more information about these. I'm not seeing any proposal stuff just yet. So if we scroll all the way down, okay, so we've got a whole section on special proposal locations. I want to see if Manus has that. So we've got map and key locations, maybe after here, key attractions, essential Japanese phrases, etiquette. Okay, proposal locations. So that's just further down. Again, I like the layout of this. It just shows us different areas, Kyoto, Tokyo, planning tips. It's all very concise and laid out quite nicely. Where here, it's a lot more bulked up, proposal tips. So, that's just not laid out as good. And then cultural experiences, we can see Genspark's kind of screwed up here on the Japanese tea ceremony. They've put a Ferrari, I think it is, as the image. So that's not great. The other two don't have images, so that's not ideal. And that's cultural experiences. The cultural experiences from a Manus AI perspective would be probably under key attractions. So there's no images at all here, so you can't really compare. Essential phrases, I do like, again, the layout here. It's very quick and concise. You could take like an image, a picture with your phone, or if you have this on your phone, it'll just lay it out quite nicely. Some travel tips here, and budget information. That's interesting. Do we have a full budget breakdown? Does Manus give us a full budget breakdown? Let's see. I don't think so, to be honest. No, I'm just saying the budget will be $2,500 to $5,000, where we've now got a breakdown of what our accommodation will be, what flights will be, food and drinks, so forth with Genspark, which I think, for me as someone who travels quite a bit, is something I really like, because I can see how correct or how wrong Genspark may be. For example, if I've already booked my flights and I'm not going Seattle to Tokyo, obviously I would go Melbourne because that's where I'm based. But if I was in Seattle, I can say, okay, well, based on current pricing, this is true or not true. Where with Manus, you can't really say that. At least I can't see that. So there, money saving tips, potential splurges. That's pretty cool. And then we got the map breakdowns over here, which are interactive, which I like. There's the routes, the overviews, navigation tips, and then created with love for your special journey and proposal. I have to be honest, I do like Genspark a lot more. What do you guys think? Do you prefer Manus or do you prefer Genspark when it comes to this use case? Alrighty guys, well, if you have a look over here, you can see our credits, 200 credits have dropped down to 0. So that gave us maybe 2, maybe 3 prompts that we could try out, use cases we could try out before your free plan expires. So if you are keen on doing 2 or 3 prompts a day and that's enough for you, go check it out, use it for free. If you want to upgrade to the level up, it's only about $20 a month. Maybe it's a little bit more. We can check over your upgrade plan. That's annually. If you do monthly, it's $25. Get that to the $39 for Manus. You're still saving $15, and you have access to 8 or 9 different AI models. You get 10,000 credits, so that's pretty cool. And obviously then there's also the whole video and audio aspects, which we saw in the intro video, what you can possibly do. So go check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Genspark's better? Do you think it's worse? Obviously, we've got this whole MCP, Model Context Protocol, that's happening. So in terms of all of these agentic AI frameworks that are using different tools, and there's a lot of engineering hours going into that. When we get to MCP, and that becomes potentially the global standard, we may see a further iteration here where these just plug into all the external tools or external services anyway. So, but I digress. Let me know if you guys like Manus AI or Genspark or neither or both. Let me know what you guys are using. And yeah, I wanted to make this video so that, you know, a lot of you say you don't have access to Manus and you haven't been able to play around. So go play around with Genspark. It's free for now at least. And yeah, I hope this was useful. If it was, I do ask you guys one little thing. If you will like and subscribe, it does big things for the channel. We're nearly at 6,000 subscribers. You guys that are watching and subscribed are the founding members. And you know, if you're watching this and you have not subscribed and you got some benefit out of it, become a founding member. Join, subscribe to my newsletter below. All the links will be there. And come on this AI journey with the rest of us. So I appreciate it, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers. Alrighty, guys, so a Perplexity Pro membership giveaway has closed. I've got everyone who's entered, and I've actually created a randomized draw generator within Lovable, because why not use no code and vibe coding? So I've got the CSV file downloaded from the form capture. I'm going to upload that. Yeah, we've got everyone over here. I'll block out your guys' emails. We're going to select 3 winners, and I'm going to say select winners. We're going to come down over here. And these are our winners: Emra, Yogesh, and Leatherman. Awesome. So I've got your guys' email addresses. I will get in touch with you and give you your Perplexity Pro memberships. And I hope you enjoy them. To everyone else, unfortunate luck, you didn't win, but I want to do a lot more of these. And with the launch of my private membership coming up, this is also going to be an integral part of that as well. So definitely stick around. The best way to keep updated is to like and subscribe, and then also head down and subscribe to my newsletter, AI the Boring, and that will keep you in the loop for any future competitions and updates. Congrats to the 3 that have won, and looking forward to doing more.